Imagine waking up to headlines announcing that a US military base in the Middle East has been bombed. Jets destroyed, troops wounded, billions in equipment lost. But this isn't fiction. It's the nightmare scenario that experts fear could ignite the next global war, and Iran could potentially trigger a conflict far beyond the region, and examine how their military powers really stack up. In today's video, we break down how rising tensions between the United States. Satellite imagery shows runways cratered, F-35s destroyed, fuel depots engulfed in flames. What could set it off? This isn't the Cold War. It's the digital age, and wars don't always start with invasions anymore. They begin with one strike, one provocation, one spark. Let's imagine a scenario: Iran, responding to perceived threats or sanctions, launches a coordinated missile attack on a US airbase in the Gulf. The US, under pressure from both the Pentagon and public opinion, retaliates within hours. Precision drone strikes, cyber warfare, and naval deployment into the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's military capabilities. Iran may not match the US in conventional firepower, but it plays a different game, one of strategy, regional influence, and asymmetric warfare. Manpower: over 500,000 active personnel. Missiles: thousands of short to medium-range ballistic missiles. Drones: rapidly advancing drone fleet used in proxy conflicts. Navy: small, agile, and equipped for coastal ambitions. Cyber warfare: allegedly capable of disabling power grids or infiltrating defense systems. Iran's strength lies not in direct confrontation, but in its ability to disrupt, delay, and draw larger forces into a long, grinding fight. US military power. The global giant, the United States has the most advanced and well-funded military in human history. Budget: over $800 billion annually. Troops: 1.3 million active personnel. Air Force: more than 13,000 aircraft. Any US attack could trigger a wave of regional backlash. Navy: 11 aircraft carriers, over 90 destroyers and cruisers. Technology: stealth bombers, global satellite surveillance, unmatched logistics. If war broke out, the US could project power globally, but even a giant can be wounded in unfamiliar terrain. Allies and proxies: the wider conflict. A war between the US and Iran wouldn't stay between just the two. Iran's influence stretches through militias in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen. On the flip side, the US has powerful allies in NATO, Israel, and the Gulf, nations who could be dragged in or targeted in retaliation. Before long, what began as a single missile strike could spiral into a multi-nation war zone. Could it go nuclear? But the ingredients: mistrust, firepower, and global entanglements are already on the table. Here's the most chilling part: what happens if conventional warfare escalates beyond control? While Iran is not known to possess nuclear weapons, the fear is in how rapidly other nuclear powers could be pulled in. Russia, China, or even NATO responses if regional allies are hit. World War III wouldn't need decades to unfold. In today's era, it could take just weeks. The real war: economics, oil, and cyber. Not all wars are fought with bullets. A US-Iran conflict could cripple global oil supply lines, send energy prices soaring, and crash stock markets worldwide. Cyberattacks on infrastructure, banks, and communications could cause chaos without a single bomb dropped. So, is this how World War III begins? Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. What do you think? Is diplomacy still strong enough to stop the unthinkable? Leave a comment with your thoughts. Subscribe to Think in Seconds for smarter takes on global issues.